Tonight, we will be looking at the letter of a young woman. She goes to write me, "Hi Nick, I'm writing you this letter at night when I found your YouTube channel. First of all, congratulations on the platform you're creating. I think it's a beautiful idea for connecting people and helping others. Thank you for the kind words. I prefer to stay anonymous, but I will tell you that I'm a 21-year-old Spanish woman studying a degree of arts at the university. I don't know if you're into personality tests, but I'm an INFP and also a 4 on the Enneagram. The topic is I feel lost and empty since last year, and sometimes I can silence those thoughts, but in the night it becomes louder and it breaks me down. I feel like I have no purpose in life, and my life lacks of meaning. People around me tell me that I have to be patient because life will take form and sense once I end up with my degree. But I don't agree. Then she goes on to tell me that she feels like she's losing her younger years and that she would like to live on the countryside and be more useful to society. Also, she tells me that, nothing really seems clear anymore, and she goes from one hobby to another and getting frustrated in the process of learning anything new. Now, I want to get into the personality tests first, because what they tell me actually is that you're interested in developing yourself and figuring out who you are. And I think this is something that's really valuable to young adults to be doing from an early age on during their entire lives. And I would like to point you to some resources that will help you in a very significant way. At least they were life-changing to me. So I want to point you to some resources that will really give you an understanding of what personality is, viewed by all the psychoanalysts, psychologists, and other remarkable, brilliant people. And you can find it in the lectures of a professor from Toronto. He's uploaded his entire lecture program, and I will direct you to a very specific series of lectures about personality. So see if you can go through these lectures, and I think these are some invaluable lectures that you can fall back on even in 10 years if you are trying to get your thoughts in order, or if you're trying to get a deeper understanding of personality. So don't get caught up with the results of these tests, because the Myers-Briggs model and the Enneagram they really try to distill your characteristics that are assigned to you into a single letter or abbreviation. I think it's a disservice to you. And I think you should be, pursuing the exploration of the mind. I think it's really wonderful. Now, after this, your letter gets really complicated and it goes kind of all over the place. And I think it makes sense if you look into the life of somebody who's 21 years old. To the people around you that you are familiar with, your parents, your friends, you are this promise of a beautiful woman that's going to be healthy, that's going to be prosperous, that's going to have a good life. And to the university, you're going to have a very beautiful career. And you are going to be an inspiring artist. But, you might feel like you have to meet up with these expectations. And on the other hand, the other thing that's going to happen within the next few years is that you're most likely going to be switching from this world that's known to you to an entire new world that you will be facing all alone. So what I want to do is I want to give you some context, some frame of reference to your life for the next 10 years. And I'm going to make some assumptions, but it's coming from a good place. And I'm going to be talking about the average woman growing up in Spain. And I'm going to go through this relatively quick. So you're probably going to end up with your degree at the age of 24 to 26, which is average for a young woman in Spain. And what's going to happen is you're going to really struggle to find a job, because the unemployment rate in Spain right now is about 40% for younger people, which is a huge number. And I think that you are going to struggle to find a job. And I think it's really going to be a challenge to have a career as an aspiring artist. So I'm not trying to talk down on you, but this challenge is more real than what your value for society is going to be. This is going to be one of the main questions within the next few years. So, stepping back forward for a few years, you will most likely get married and move out at the age of 29 until 30, which is the average age. To me, this seems kind of late, and it is, because the average age in my country is about 23 years old to move out. And I actually moved out at the age of 18. And although it was kind of early, I really learned a lot about myself, and I really got some skills I needed to endure a lot of other things as well. So, you're going to struggle with finding a job and finding a place for yourself. And then on top of that all, you are going to be a partner to someone, I hope. You are going to be a partner to a man or a woman. Doesn't matter. Let's assume statistically that you are going to be a wife to a man. And, that comes with a whole set of other challenges. You're going to be living with someone. That someone is really going to be getting to know you. He's really going to get to see who you are. And there's no hiding from that. And there's a lot of work to be put in to maintain a relationship as well. So that's the age of 29, 30 years old. And then what's going to happen is you are probably going to have kids at an age of 30 until 35. Now, the average age for women in Spain to have a baby is about 30 years old. But it turns out that good, or let's say highly educated women are going to be having children later on in life. They prolong their life without children, if you will. And that means that you're going to be having children at a later age. Now, it seems like a bold assumption that you are going to have children, but a lot of women, I tried to look this up. Sorry about that, my camera died. But having children is the most beautiful thing that ever happened to me. And it's going to sound like a bold assumption, but you are probably going to have children, because only one out of 10 women indicate that they don't have children by choice. So having children really is going to be mind shifting. It's going to change the way you view the world, and it's going to bring huge challenges with it. So it's going to require a lot of patience. It's going to require you to be the best person you can be to take care of them. So what I feel like is that the past 10 years for me, being 31 now, so that makes me 10 years older than you exactly, is going to be blowing by like it's been nothing. If you blink, you'll miss the next 10 years. So I feel like these things might seem far away for you right now, but they're going to be knocking at your door within, a moment's notice. You're going to blink and you're there. So what you can do now is you can, like I said before, dive into the lectures and explore your own mind and try to develop yourself in a way that's really useful for anything. Secondly, if you have something like a college loan, or you're going to end up in debt, I would make it your business to start paying off your debt and managing your finances so you can find a place to live at an earlier age than 29, which is average. So that means that you should find ways to make yourself attractive for employees as well. And then finally, I'm going to ask you to be open-minded about having children, visualize your life, how it's going to look like within 10 years. And it might not be the fun thing to say or to hear. And it might not be a popular idea that if you're talking to a woman or a woman to say that she needs to think about having children and getting a job, but it's going to be the reality of your life, I guess, within the next 10 years. So again, it's coming from a good place. I don't think anybody is saying something like this to you, but having children is the most beautiful thing in life there is. It's, for me, it still is, it's beautiful. And there were so many beautiful moments in the past 10 years. I would really ask you to, with moments, sit back and look at what you have and enjoy the moment. Don't lay awake at night thinking about your value for society, because you're going to figure out what your value is going to be to the people around you, and maybe then you can start looking into your value for society. So I hope I didn't offend you with going this way, but I would like to give you some perspective on the things you're facing in the next 10 years or so. I think it's kind of a general theme now, because you had so many questions in your letter. If you have any other questions, then just send me those by email. I can answer you directly. And if anything else, I hope this video has helped some other people as well. So take care, enjoy those moments, and don't stop developing yourself, and be mindful of the challenges that are yet to come, because it's going to be enduring, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be beautiful. And you're going to be 31 before you know it, but you're going to be a blessed person if your life is going to be taking this route. Take care.